your time and attention. Won't you give some of it to me?
Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm super grateful that you're here. I know why you're here. You want to see me what I eat this week? Sure thing. Let's go. So I started the day off with some high protein smoothie. Peas and spirulina are naturally really high in protein. I also used some raspberries, frozen spinach, oat milk, blended that all up with some leftover protein powder and enjoyed that as my post-workout snack. Then I was making some tofu scramble with chickpeas. I used smoked paprika, turmeric to make it really nice and yellow, and I also put in some soy sauce and oat milk. I cooked it on medium heat, and then I was making a really nice sandwich with some leftover aubergine spread that I made a few days ago, and I chopped up some veggies, tomatoes and cucumber. I also put some sauerkraut on top and salt and pepper and enjoyed it as my breakfast. Then for lunch, I was having some green pasta. I used peas, salad, and some scallion. Way too much scallion, but I didn't want to throw it. It was a leftover pasta. I added some oregano, basil, salt and pepper, and water, and blended that all on up. And that was my pasta sauce. Then I was making the pasta. I used the whole grain, but use whatever you prefer. I added my creamy pasta sauce with some coconut milk and nutritional yeast. I topped it with some peanuts and some sea salt, and such a nice lunch.
Middle of the morning and I'm feeling something, 'cause late last night you were feeling nothing. How could you be over me in a week when I'm still feeling so lonely? Found my sweater that you took all the time, still smells like you, like when you were mine.
And then I was kind of forgetting that I'm recording this whole thing, and I was sitting really unladylike and I was singing Lonely. So I'm having this right now. This is like a shaved ice cream, I would say. I basically made a strawberry smoothie and I freezed it overnight. I waited around 15 minutes and then I was just scrubbing it off, you know, and it's really delicious. It's not like normal ice cream, but definitely cheaper, and it's a nice treat on a hot summer day. So
could it be that I see memories in between all these worn out seams? 'Cause you're seeing someone else and I heard he treats you.
for dinner I was making a couscous salad. I poured some hot water on the couscous, double the amount, and I set that aside with some salt and pepper. I also cut up some vegetables, salad leaves, tomatoes and cucumber.
The sun is setting down soon.
As per usual, I was kind of enjoying myself while cooking some beans, black beans, with some turmeric, pepper, salt and curry powder. Major laser rules, guys. Then I also added some olives and capers. I topped it with some pumpkin seeds, oregano, basil, parsley, and I used some olive oil from the sun-dried tomato packaging. Guys, it's awesome. You have to try that. Mix that all up with the couscous, salt and pepper, and some flax seeds. I cut up some avocados, added some hummus, and I enjoyed this whole thing with some sauerkraut and brown rice cakes. And here I am, sitting here again, having no care of the world. Then I was really craving some sweets, so I made myself a classic fruit bowl with some green apple, frozen blueberries and banana. I also used my strawberry and raspberry sorbet, topped it with some chocolate and some granola. The next day I was having a good old chia pudding with some fruits on top, frozen raspberries, apple, banana. Top that all with some cashew yogurt, granola, strawberries and peanut butter. I don't like to play favorites with my dear breakfast, but guys, this is my favorite. It's legit great. You have to try it. So I realized that I didn't drink enough water yesterday and now I feel so dehydrated. It's very unlike me because I always drink so much water. Today's mission is hydrate because it's summer and I need even more water anyway, so hydrate people, hydrate. I'm gonna go for a workout today at 7, so right now it's 5:10, so I'm gonna make myself some immunity boosting smoothie because my throat is not happy today and I'm having my go-to chia pudding, and then probably I'm gonna have a protein shake or something like that after I come home from the workout. I added 2 oranges, some ginger, half a banana, pepper, turmeric and cinnamon. I blended that all with some water and it was awesome. Guys, if you have any health issues, just try this recipe. It made my sore throat go away in like 2 hours and I felt great afterwards. It's also full of C vitamins, so go for it. Anti-inflammatory, everything that's good for you. And I also had my matcha tea and that was breakfast.
Does it hurt you in the way it hurts me too? Yeah.
I just worked out, so I'm gonna have my smoothie. It's basically the same as I had yesterday. And then I'm gonna start making some lunch. Cheers! One of my favorite go-to snacks are hummus with rice cake, so I was munching on that before lunch. And I'm making a broccoli tofu stir fry. It's in my description box. That's all you need to know. I chopped the tofu up and marinated it with some soy sauce and agave syrup. I also added some pepper and whole grain flour. It makes it really starchy. Then I cut up some broccoli and carrots. I was having a lot of fun actually, so that's why I cut the carrots in 2 ways. And then I was cutting up some pepper as well. Added all that to a wok with some garlic, and then I was cooking it with some water and olive oil until the broccoli was a little bit soft. I also added some spices, turmeric, pepper, curry powder, soy sauce and salt, and I let that simmer for around 10 minutes. Then I added the tofu and I was cooking that for another 5 minutes. I topped all of that with sesame seeds and then I was making my glass pasta. It's so easy to make, just add hot water and some salt and in 5 minutes you have the pasta.
My love language is your time and attention.
I was really feeling an avocado sandwich, so I had that with some sauerkraut and hummus. I'm actually high-key obsessed with avocados. I was just about to say that it's one of my favorite vegetables, but I'm not sure if it's a vegetable. It might be a fruit. I don't know. Please let me know down in the comments below if you know which one it is. But avocado rules, guys. It rules. It slaps. And I also had some leftover salad and enjoyed all that for my dinner. And then I couldn't resist and had some chocolate brownie ice cream, which is so good, not so healthy, but I was just going for it. The next day I cooked some green apples with some forest fruits and agave. I cooked it for around 5 minutes. I didn't want it to break down, I just wanted to make it warm. I layered all that with some coconut yogurt and chia seeds. I topped the whole thing with some granola and it was amazing. Then I made some quote-unquote gold milk for my matcha latte because I was feeling something more spicy. So I put some turmeric and pepper into my foamer and made a really delicious latte with turmeric and matcha.
Makes you forget about all types of things. You remind me of the Arizona fun.
After my workout, I made a smoothie with frozen spinach, celery, yeah, I'm a hot mess, oat milk, blended it up. I added some cocoa powder and peanut butter. I also added half a banana, and after blending it, I poured it into a cup, and I like to do this thing that I'm layering my smoothie sometimes. It's awesome. So I made a separate smoothie with just raspberries, and it was so delicious. It was like a peanut butter and jelly smoothie. And then I was just doing some yoga from Boho Beautiful, and I'm pretty sure it's not really healthy to drink a smoothie while stretching, but whatever. So I had this falafel powder laying in the shelves, and it's really convenient. I just had to put water on top and let it sit and then make it into balls. Yeah, I'm a freaking hot mess again. So I was just making some sauce from mustard, lemon juice and hummus, added some pepper, salt, rice milk and turmeric, and that was my sauce. Also, I have a little tip for you. If you want your food to taste a bit sweeter, naturally use rice milk. It's really good. Then I cut up some more vegetables, carrots and cucumbers. This falafel powder has really clean ingredients. It's basically chickpea flour with spices. I rolled them into balls, and then I was having a little dance break. And I also made some chickpeas for my wrap, because I'm making a wrap. I added some hummus into our wraps. Unfortunately, I didn't have bigger wraps, so they're basically tacos, but I really tried to roll them up as wraps. It didn't went so well, but it tasted amazing. So I added some lettuce as well. I added the chickpeas, and I cut up some tomatoes, and I poured the sauce on top. And of course, avocados, more avocados. And I put the falafel balls into it, and I really tried my best to roll it up. And then I also heated it up on the pan to make it a bit more crispy, and that was my amazing lunch. For dinner, I made some banana pancakes. It's so easy to make. You just have to put every ingredient into a blender, blend it up, and just cook it for 30 seconds each side. I'm gonna leave the recipe down below. Try it out. You're not gonna regret it. It was amazing. Guys, I really want to say I'm not that clumsy, but actually I am the clumsiest person. So after I dropped my food on the floor, I decided to have some leftover falafel with some salad, and that was my pre-dinner. And then I had my pancakes with some sorbet that I made, that I was talking about already. It's amazing. Added some forest fruits and another scoop of brownie ice cream. I know, but I had to. Woohoo! Yummy, yum, yum. Another dinner spent in the backyard. I know, guys, but I cannot get over summer, okay? Woohoo! I'm cringy, okay? Bye. I can't remember the last time I saw you. Party! The next day I had my beautiful matcha latte. And yes, thank you for noticing, my mug matches my dog. Then I had some little dance break again, 5 o'clock in the morning, because why the hell not?
Sleep all day, just a cat nap. Buttercup and a Hershey. Camel-like, always thirsty. Will I ever grow to the...
For breakfast, I made some crispy tofu in the oven. This is one of my favorite ways to make tofu. After I cut up the tofu, I was just marinating it in some soy sauce and agave. I put some salt and pepper on top, and then I baked it in the oven on around 200 Celsius degrees for 10 minutes. It's that simple. You gotta try it. And then I was chopping up some veggies, tomato, cucumber, avocado, OV. I put some hummus on my bread, and I topped that with some sauerkraut, baby spinach, salt and pepper, and I enjoyed that, and it was amazing. So for lunch, I was having one of my favorite lunches, just veggies in the oven. It's so simple, you just have to cut all the vegetables and put it in the oven for around 20-30 minutes on 180 degrees, and that's it. I cut up some zucchini, aubergine, mushrooms, potatoes, an onion, and I added some tomato paste, curry powder, turmeric, salt and pepper, and olive oil. I mixed that all up and spread it onto a baking sheet. And then I was prepping some dinner. I wanted to make meat, quote-unquote meat, for my dinner, so I chopped up a bunch of mushrooms into really small pieces so I can be lazier later. And then I made a little bowl out of my veggies. I also cooked some bulgur, I think that's how they say it in English. And then I topped it with some sauerkraut and the sauce I made yesterday, and that was my lunch. Sometimes I get really obsessed with foods and I eat them all over again. And one of them is the spinach crepe. So you don't have to do anything special, just pour some hot water on some spinach and add some whole grain flour and oregano, basil, and olive oil, and basically that's it. I also add some sun-dried tomatoes for some extra flavor. I'm gonna leave the measurements down in the description box if you want to make it. Then I was making the veggie meat from black beans and the mushroom I was cutting earlier. I also added turmeric, curry powder, and I put all of that into a crepe with some tomatoes and sauerkraut, and wow, it was amazing. This is how I'm gonna finish my day. My guilty pleasure chocolate ice cream that I'm having all week. It's delicious. Guys, it's delicious. I know it's not the healthiest thing, but what else? Live your life. Next morning, I decided to make some matcha energy balls. These are the best post and pre-workout snacks you can ever imagine. It's really simple. You just have to cut up some sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, pitted dates, oats, dark vegan chocolate, peanut butter, agave, 2 teaspoons of matcha, and just mix that all up and make it into little balls and leave it in the fridge for around an hour and then enjoy it. For breakfast, I had a smoothie with mango, pears, celery, and frozen spinach. I also added some wheatgrass powder. It's really good for you, anti-inflammatory. I love it. And I also had my matcha. I'm obsessed with matcha, and I usually have it every day, or I have green tea or turmeric tea. I don't drink coffee anymore because it makes me really shaky. For lunch, I was making a mac and cheese, not with real cheese. I was making cheese from cashews. You have to soak the cashew in water for around 2-3 hours and then add some nutritional yeast, 3 cloves of garlic, a cup of whole grain flour, coconut milk, tomato paste, turmeric, a lot of turmeric and pepper and salt, and then blend it all up. Heat the whole thing up in a pan while you're making your macaroni pasta and enjoy. One of the hardest things was to quit cheese for me, and this pasta tastes exactly like macaroni and cheese, so go for it. I had to go and buy some stuff in IKEA, so I had dinner there, and I just had the only vegan option. The dessert was not good. It was like an apple pie. I did not like it, but the food was really nice. The next day, I decided to make oat cake. You don't need to buy oat flour for this. You can do it in a blender. You don't need a high-speed blender. Add some oats into the bowl you're going to make your baked oats in, up to 3/4. Add flax seeds and baking powder. Blend that up until it's like a flour. Add cocoa powder and oat milk so it covers the whole thing. Add some chopped up chocolate or blueberries, raspberries, peanut butter, whatever you want to. Bake it for around 20 minutes in the oven on 200 Celsius degrees. For lunch, I am making a really simple soup. I chopped up some onion, garlic, scallion. I added some spices and I added some frozen spinach into water. I also added a vegetable cube along with frozen peas, cooked that for 20 minutes, and I made it into a cream soup with a hand mixer. I am becoming the best version of myself. I am creating my dream life. I am living my dream life. I am my own fairy godmother. I can get whatever I want in life. I work hard and I get what I want. I live in the present, but I work hard for my future self.
Does it hurt you in the way it hurts me too? Middle of the bed and I still feel cold. These vacant.
For dinner, I made some vegan burgers. I used chickpeas, butter beans, pepper, curry powder, turmeric, parsley, rosemary, nutmeg, Dijon mustard, salt, pepper, sun-dried tomatoes, olive oil, tomato paste, some whole grain flour, oats, coconut oil. I blended it all up. It smelled so delicious. I chopped another onion. I added the whole paste into the onion and cooked it. Meanwhile, I was making a little salad. It's very similar to the one I made in the beginning of the week. I just added some radish and use up the radish's leaves because it's really delicious and it's full of nutrients. For the burger, I also made some grilled aubergine and zucchini. And then I was making some brownie because we actually had guests over and my family really wanted to have brownie, so I made some. I will link the recipe down below.
Do you think of me? Do you think of me too? Do you think of me, baby? Do you think of me, baby? Do you think of me? No.
Then I was making my burger. I used an olive bread, which was amazing, delicious. I topped it with some tahini spread, chopped up some onions, lettuce leaves, grilled vegetables, all the fun stuff. I used the sauce from a few days before and I put the veggie patty on top of this whole deliciousness. I enjoyed some little homemade lemonade and my salad. My mom also made a sun-dried tomato salad. I didn't film that because I didn't make it. That was also really yum as well. And even though I was extremely full after this nourishing dinner, I always have space for some brownie, so I had some brownie with my sorbet. And you bet I went back for a second. Thank you guys for watching. If you love this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help me grow. Don't forget to love yourself before you love anyone else. Whatever you're going through right now in your life, you got this. I'm sending you so much love and sunshine, and I'll see you next Tuesday.